Before we dive into Joe Biden's incredible journey, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy the content and subscribe to our channel for more insightful stories. Remember to click on the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest uploads. Let's explore the remarkable narrative of the 46th president together. Early years and education. Joe Biden was born on November 20, 1942, and spent his formative years in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Financial difficulties led his family to relocate to Delaware, excelling in sports and holding leadership roles at Archmere Academy. He graduated from the University of Delaware in 1965 with a Bachelor of Arts degree. Battling a childhood stutter, Biden worked on it by reciting poetry in front of a mirror. Marriage, legal studies, and early career, 1966 to 1973. In 1966, despite initial family hesitations due to religious differences, Joe Biden married Nylia Hunter. They had 3 children, completing his legal education at Syracuse University College of Law in 1968. Biden briefly aligned with the Republican Party before fully embracing the Democratic affiliation in 1969. He practiced law, served on the New Castle County Council, and opposed major highway projects. Biden ran for Senate, criticizing Nixon's Vietnam War approach, despite having received student draft deferments. 1972 U.S. Senate campaign and tragedy. Running with limited resources, Joe Biden's grassroots campaigning against Republican incumbent J. Caleb Boggs secured him a narrow victory for the Delaware U.S. Senate seat in 1972. Tragedy struck shortly after his election when his wife Nylia and daughter Naomi died in a car accident. Biden's sons Beau and Hunter survived, but the loss impacted his ability to focus on work, causing him to grapple with anger and religious uncertainty. Second marriage and family life. In 1975, Biden met Jill Tracy Jacobs, marrying her on June 17, 1977. Their honeymoon in Hungary marked a revitalization of Biden's interest in politics and life. Both devout Roman Catholics, they attend Mass at St. Joseph's on the Brandywine in Delaware. Their daughter, Ashley Biden, pursued a career in social work and married physician Howard Crime. Tragically, Beau Biden, who served as a military lawyer and Delaware Attorney General, passed away from brain cancer in 2015. Hunter Biden, involved in lobbying and investments, faced scrutiny for his actions during his father's presidency. Teaching and academic contribution. From 1991 to 2008, Joe Biden co-taught constitutional law at Widener University School of Law as an adjunct professor. Balancing this role with occasional travels abroad, Biden continued to contribute to academia while engaging in political life. U.S. Senate, 1973 to 2009. Upon his 1973 senatorial swearing-in, Joe Biden commuted regularly between Delaware and D.C., focusing on consumer protection, environmental concerns, and accountability. He initially supported and later opposed busing for desegregation, engaged in arms control initiatives, and condemned apartheid in South Africa. Despite passing significant legislation, Biden faced criticism for the 1994 crime bill's impact on mass incarceration. He also backed measures limiting LGBTQ+ rights, including the Defense of Marriage Act and the ban on gays in the military. Health challenges and recovery. In 1988, Biden underwent brain surgery for a leaking aneurysm, followed by a pulmonary embolism during recovery. A second aneurysm surgery in May 1988 led to a 7-month absence from the Senate to recuperate. Senate committee leadership. Biden chaired the Senate Judiciary Committee from 1987 to 1995 and intermittently from 2001 to 2003 and 2007 to 2009. He presided over contentious Supreme Court confirmation hearings, rejecting Bork's nomination due to differing constitutional views and Thomas's despite sexual harassment allegations. On the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, he advocated for U.S. involvement in the Yugoslav wars and supported NATO's actions during the Kosovo War. Perspectives on conflicts and war. initially supporting the war in Afghanistan and the 2002 U.S. invasion of Iraq due to concerns about Saddam Hussein. Biden later criticized the Iraq War as a mistake.
I said 13 years ago it was a mistake to give the president the authority to go to war if, in fact, he couldn't get inspectors into Iraq to stop what thought to be the attempt to get a nuclear weapon.
His stance evolved, opposing the troop surge in 2007 and proposing Iraq's federalization into ethnic states, which didn't gain widespread support. Vice Presidential Candidacy and Service, 2008 to 2017. As Barack Obama's running mate in 2008, Biden's foreign policy expertise and appeal to middle-class voters were central to the campaign. He faced challenges, including gaffes, but supported key legislations like the Emergency Economic Stabilization Act. Serving as vice president from 2009 to 2017, Biden oversaw aspects of Iraq policy and managed stimulus packages to address the recession's impact. Known for his candidness, he brokered deals with McConnell and focused on gun control, women's rights, and combating ISIL. Post-vice presidency activities, 2017 to 2019. After leaving office, Biden joined the University of Pennsylvania, established the Penn Biden Center for Diplomacy and Global Engagement, wrote a memoir, and engaged in speaking engagements, earning over $15 million. Remaining politically active, he endorsed candidates, advocated on various issues, and supported cancer research. 2020 presidential campaign and victory. Speculation about Biden's presidential run culminated in his April 2019 campaign launch, countering concerns about the Trump administration. Despite setbacks and controversies, including allegations of misconduct, Biden secured the Democratic nomination, choosing Kamala Harris as his running mate. He won the 2020 presidential election, facing resistance from Trump, who contested the results and incited the Capitol riot on January 6, 2021, ultimately leading to Congress certifying Biden's win. Absolutely. Here's a concise overview of Joe Biden's presidential tenure, inauguration and early initiatives. Joe Biden became the 46th president on January 20, 2021, amid subdued inaugural ceremonies due to COVID-19 restrictions and security measures post the Capitol attack. He swiftly enacted executive orders, rejoining global pacts like the Paris Climate Agreement and crafting plans for economic recovery during the pandemic. First 100 days. During the initial phase, Biden signed numerous executive orders spanning various domains, including rejoining international bodies, implementing federal property mask mandates, and halting projects like the Keystone XL pipeline. His administration successfully passed the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan Act, aiding COVID-19 recovery efforts. Despite challenges at the U.S.-Mexico border and withdrawal plans from Afghanistan, Biden's emphasis on climate action and economic stimulus remains central. Domestic policy and economic focus. The Biden administration grappled with economic hurdles, particularly inflation and rising fuel costs. Prioritizing infrastructure, they secured passage of the $1 trillion Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, concentrating on transportation, utilities, and broadband infrastructure. Judicial nominations and foreign policy. Biden's focus on diversity was evident in his appointments of federal judges, with a significant number nominated within his first year, emphasizing women and individuals of color. In foreign affairs, Biden addressed conflicts in Ukraine and Israel, providing substantial support to Ukraine during the Russian invasion and navigating the Israeli-Palestinian discord. He also took assertive positions regarding China's actions in the Pacific region. Challenges, impeachment inquiry, and 2024 campaign. His presidency encountered hurdles, including declining approval ratings and an impeachment inquiry led by House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, despite no evidence of wrongdoing. Despite these challenges, Biden announced his intent to seek a second term in the 2024 presidential election, even amid lower approval ratings at the time of the announcement. This encapsulates the pivotal policy moves, domestic challenges, and foreign policy engagements during Joe Biden's presidency up to the current period. Israel and other foreign issues. In 2023, escalating tensions prompted President Biden's staunch support for Israel amid conflict initiated by Hamas. He mobilized military resources and advocated for additional aid while urging humanitarian assistance for Gaza. While advocating for temporary halts in the conflict, Biden refrained from an immediate ceasefire, instead aiming for humanitarian pauses to aid Gazan civilians. His intervention in Syria, targeting ISIS and al-Qaeda leaders, led to diplomatic strains with Saudi Arabia. Biden's commendation of Peru's government sparked controversy regarding its handling of protests. Speculation arose about Biden potentially skipping the UN climate change conference due to the Israel-Hamas conflict and domestic financial concerns. Political orientation and evolution. Joe Biden, a moderate Democrat, draws influence from Catholic social teaching, embodying a blend of center-right and center-left politics. His agenda includes partially reversing corporate tax cuts while advocating for the expansion of healthcare through the Affordable Care Act. Over time, his positions have evolved, initially opposing same-sex marriage, but eventually lending support to it. Biden places significant emphasis on combating climate change, aiming for a carbon-free power sector by 2035. His foreign policy approach is multifaceted, supporting arms control, advocating against direct U.S. intervention in certain conflicts, and highlighting concerns about China's human rights abuses. Biden has consistently upheld abortion rights and remains dedicated to protecting them, even amid recent legal challenges. Public perception and image. Biden's financial trajectory transformed from being one of the least affluent senators to amassing a $9 million fortune, largely from post-vice presidency book sales and speaking engagements. He is regarded as a savvy politician with profound empathetic connections, notably displayed through his compassionate responses to grief, making him a highly sought-after eulogist. However, his penchant for verbosity and occasional gaffes has drawn criticism, occasionally sparking concerns about cognitive health. Reports suggest occasional embellishments in recounting personal stories, crafting a folksy but at times exaggerated image of the president. That's a wrap for this video. I hope you all enjoyed the comprehensive documentary on Joe Biden. If you liked what you saw, please consider subscribing to my channel and dropping a comment below about what history or topic you'd like to explore next. Your feedback means a lot. Thank you.